What is a cure to OCD? Discomfort tolerance. So we can, basically the crux of OCD is that we feel the need to control things. That's the bottom line. We are scared in some capacity. So we try to control situations, we try to control people, others, and ourselves with this simple formula that if I do X, then Y. Or if I don't do X, then insert dreaded response or dreaded outcome. But the problem with this is that it's based entirely in our imagination and that we don't really have control over anything. There's very little things that we can control in our life. So can you imagine how much burden we can relieve ourselves of if we let go of this idea that we can control things with this simple formula that's in our head? And how can, with this relinquishment, if we can just call it's bullshit, like, no, just because I perform this act or do this thing isn't going to give me control over the situation. It just isn't. Like, this is just there for our safety because we feel unsafe. So we think control will make us safe. So what's the remedy to this? It's allowing yourself to simply relinquish your control, allowing yourself to tolerate your discomfort or the idea that we don't have control. So if we know like foundationally we cannot control situations or outcomes or other people, despite what our OCD bullshit screams at us, then we'll be more likely to not be as uptight or tense and controlling. And this will open our eyes to like what we do have control over in our lives, or what we can focus on otherwise, because we're not tied up by these dumbass rules that our OCD just convinces us that will prevent things from sorry, that they'll prevent things from happening or will increase the odds of something happening. So where am I getting with this? Next time you notice that you're going to do a compulsion, can you ask yourself, am I willing to tolerate the discomfort? Because this is what OCD does not want you to know, is that you have the capacity to grow and expand so much outside of your comfort zone. It doesn't want you to know that, though. It wants you to stay small. But if you can tune into the discomfort in your body and how it's feeling and just sit with that, it will eventually go down. OCD doesn't want you to tolerate any discomfort at all, because it associates discomfort with lack of control, right? So we got to break that association and be like, this is a growing pain. Like, I am fully equipped to feel uncomfortable and nothing bad is going to happen to me from feeling a little bit of discomfort. So if you can kind of be willing to, in every moment, like, rephrase the situation. So instead of like thinking about the worst outcome in your mind, right? Which will go to like, don't touch this or someone in your family is going to die, right? Or a friend or someone you love is going to die. Or, insert whatever ridiculous rule you have. Like, if you wear this shirt, you're going to be contaminated. Like, instead of going to that if-then place, replace it with, am I willing to feel a little uncomfortable? Because that's the formula for all this. That's what the baseline, this is what the foundation is. Am I willing to feel uncomfortable? And if the answer is yes, try to not do the compulsion and just learn to sit with discomfort. And the discomfort doesn't necessarily, it's not valid by any means, right? But it's learning to feel that feeling of being uncomfortable, because we don't like to feel uncomfortable. That is what it comes down to with OCD in general. So try this out and see if you can just expand your willingness to know that you're not going to die if you're feeling a little bit uncomfortable, or even a lot uncomfortable. It's learning to calibrate to these different emotions, these different feelings in your body without judging them, because it's our judgment of the discomfort that makes it worse, or that amplifies it in our mind so that it makes it intolerable. But if we stop judging the discomfort and just feel it and sit with it, there's nothing to run from and there's nothing to amp up or resist against, so it will eventually die. So, key points to sum up this video, right? 1, Am I willing to feel discomfort? Can I sit with the discomfort? When the OCD yells its rule at you, just be like, this is all bullshit. It's the same, like, it doesn't matter what the rule is. Am I willing to sit with discomfort? Then you're going to sit with the discomfort. And then also acknowledging that you're not in control. I hope this helps, and I will talk to you soon.